World War II was one of the most significant events in human history, shaping the world as we know it today. However, behind the battles and strategies, there are numerous untold stories and unsolved mysteries that continue to intrigue historians and researchers to this day. From the secrets of Nazi Germany to the unexplained disappearances of entire battalions and UFO sightings during battles, this video explores some of the most fascinating and enigmatic mysteries of World War II. Let us journey into the past and unravel the mysteries that have captivated the world for decades. In 1945, as the Allied forces advanced across Europe, the Nazis frantically tried to hide their stolen treasures and assets, fearing that they would fall into the hands of the enemy. The Nazis reportedly loaded a train with gold, artwork, and other treasures and sent it to an unknown location. The train disappeared, and its contents have never been recovered. While there have been several searches for the train over the years, its location remains a mystery to this day. However, some people believe that the train is hidden somewhere in the mountains of Lower Silesia, in what is now modern-day Poland. For decades, rumors and legends circulated about the gold train, with some people claiming to have seen it or even worked on it during the war. However, there was no concrete evidence to support these claims, and the gold train remained one of the most enduring mysteries of the war. In 2015, a team of explorers and treasure hunters claimed to have discovered the gold train in a hidden tunnel in the Polish mountains. The team claimed that they had used ground-penetrating radar and other advanced technologies to locate the train, which they said was filled with gold, silver, and other valuables. However, the discovery of the gold train has been controversial, with many experts and officials expressing skepticism about the claims. It was later concluded that the discovery was a hoax. Despite these controversies, the mystery of the Nazi gold train remains one of the most enduring and fascinating unsolved mysteries of World War II. Whether or not the train actually exists or contains the riches that have been rumored for decades, the story of the gold train continues to captivate the imaginations of people around the world, and its discovery would be nothing short of a historic treasure. In 1942, shortly after the United States entered World War II, a large object was seen in the skies over Los Angeles. The object was initially thought to be a Japanese air attack, and anti-aircraft guns were fired at it for over an hour. The object eventually disappeared, and no damage was reported on the ground. The incident remains unexplained, with some speculating that it may have been a UFO. The incident began when a false alarm was sounded after radar detected an unidentified object flying towards Los Angeles. The military quickly went on high alert, and anti-aircraft guns were positioned around the city in preparation for a potential attack. Soon, reports started coming in of sightings of a strange object in the sky. At around 2:25 a.m. on February 25, anti-aircraft guns began firing on the object, which was now directly over the city. For several hours, the object was repeatedly fired upon, but appeared to be unfazed by the barrage. Searchlights were also used to track the object, which was described by witnesses as a large, circular object with a reddish glow. Despite the intense military response, no damage or wreckage was found on the ground after the event, leading to speculation that the object was not of this world. The military initially claimed that the incident was a false alarm and that the object was likely a weather balloon. However, this explanation was quickly disputed by witnesses and journalists who had seen the object for themselves. The incident was widely reported in the media, and many theories have been put forth to explain the mysterious object. Some have suggested that it was a secret Nazi aircraft or a Japanese balloon bomb, while others have argued that it was an extraterrestrial craft. However, to this day, the true identity of the object remains unknown, and the event remains a mystery. The Battle of Los Angeles has become a significant event in UFO lore and has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and movies. The incident has also been cited by some as evidence of a government cover-up of the existence of extraterrestrial life. The Vril Society is a mysterious organization that was reportedly active in Nazi Germany during the 1920s and 1930s. The Society's beliefs and practices have been the subject of much speculation and conspiracy theories over the years. According to some accounts, the Vril Society was founded by a group of people who were interested in the occult and the paranormal. The Society was said to have been influenced by the writings of Helena Blavatsky, a Russian occultist who founded the Theosophical Society in the late 19th century. The Vril Society reportedly had connections to some of the most powerful figures in Nazi Germany. It is believed that members of the Society may have had a significant influence on Nazi ideology and policies. The Vril Society's beliefs centered around the concept of Vril, a supposed source of energy that could be harnessed for various purposes. Some members of the society believed that Vril was a form of mystical power that could be used to achieve superhuman abilities or even contact extraterrestrial beings. In addition to their beliefs in Vril, the Vril Society was also reportedly involved in other occult practices, such as divination and channeling. Some members of the society were said to have had psychic abilities and claimed to be able to communicate with beings from other dimensions. One of the most persistent conspiracy theories surrounding the Vril Society is the idea that they may have developed advanced technologies using their knowledge of Vril. It is believed that the society may have been directly involved in the development of Nazi UFOs and other advanced aircraft. There are rumors that the Nazis were working on a top-secret program to develop advanced aircraft, including flying saucers. Some conspiracy theories even suggest that the Nazis had contact with extraterrestrial beings and that their technology was far more advanced than anyone realized, all thanks to the Vril Society. There are several accounts of soldiers and pilots in World War II who claim to have encountered incomprehensible flying entities. These sightings are often referred to as Foo Fighters, a term that was coined by Allied pilots to describe mysterious and unexplained aerial phenomena. Foo Fighters were first reported by Allied pilots in 1944, particularly in the European theater of operations. These sightings were usually described as glowing balls of light that would fly alongside or in front of aircraft, performing complex maneuvers and then disappearing without a trace. Some soldiers and pilots reported that the Foo Fighters were capable of outmaneuvering their planes and seemed to be under intelligent control. Others reported that they seemed to be a type of new weapon being developed by the Nazis. These reported sightings are one of the many reasons why some people believe that the Nazis possessed advanced technologies, and it is believed that the Vril Society played a huge role in the development of these technologies. It's also believed that the Vril Society is associated with the idea of a subterranean civilization called Agartha. According to some conspiracy theories, the Vril Society believed that Agartha was a hidden city located beneath the surface of the Earth that was populated by advanced beings. The idea of Agartha is said to have originated from theosophical teachings, which held that there were hidden spiritual dimensions within the Earth. The Vril Society took these teachings to an extreme and believed that Agartha was a physical place that could be accessed through secret tunnels and portals. According to some accounts, the Vril Society believed that Agartha was home to a highly advanced civilization that possessed technology and knowledge far beyond that of the surface world. They believed that the inhabitants of Agartha had mastered the use of Vril energy and had harnessed it to create incredible machines and devices. Some conspiracy theories even suggest that the Nazis may have made contact with the inhabitants of Agartha and that they may have been working together to develop advanced technologies. However, there is no evidence to support these claims, and they remain the subject of speculation and conspiracy theories. While there is no concrete evidence to support these claims, the Vril Society remains a source of fascination for many people today. The Society's beliefs and practices continue to capture the public imagination, and their alleged connections to Nazi Germany only add to the mystery and intrigue surrounding this enigmatic group. The disappearance of the Nanking Battalion was a mass disappearance event that happened during World War II. The battalion was advancing toward the Japanese strongholds in the area. They were equipped with a number of heavy artillery and were reported to be ready to fight to the last man if necessary. The soldiers' disappearance was baffling as no evidence of their fate was ever discovered. On December 10, 1939, during the Second Sino-Japanese War, a battalion of 2,988 Chinese soldiers was assigned to defend a bridge on the Yangtze River. The battalion was known as the Nanking Battalion and was under the command of Colonel Su Yering. The soldiers were well armed, and their position was fortified with heavy weapons. However, the next morning, the Chinese command received a report that the battalion had completely vanished. The soldiers' position was found to be abandoned, and there was no sign of a struggle. The weapons were still in place and ready to be fired, and the fires were still burning. But there were no soldiers in sight. What could have happened to erase the existence of almost 3,000 soldiers in the span of a couple of hours? The Japanese forces, who were the enemy of the Chinese, later reported that they had not engaged in any battle with the Nanking Battalion during that time. The Chinese soldiers had simply disappeared without a trace. Despite extensive search efforts, no evidence of a mass defection, desertion, or battle was found. Various theories and speculations have been proposed over the years to explain the Nanking Battalion's disappearance, though there is no concrete evidence to support these theories. Some theories suggest that the soldiers may have surrendered to the Japanese or defected to the communist forces. Still, these theories are unlikely given the known brutality of the Japanese towards prisoners of war and the ideological differences between the Chinese nationalists and communists. Another theory suggests that the soldiers may have fled into the countryside using the cover of darkness, but this theory also has its flaws. The surrounding vegetation was sparse, making it difficult for a large group of soldiers to move unnoticed, and there were no reports of Chinese soldiers seen fleeing the area. Some people even believe that the Nanking Battalion were abducted by UFOs, or that they retreated into a hollow subterranean layer of the earth. However, these theories also lack evidence to support them. Despite extensive investigations and search operations, no conclusive evidence has ever been found to explain the Nanking Battalion's disappearance. The case remains a mystery to this day, and the fate of the 2,988 Chinese soldiers who vanished without a trace remains unknown. The Nanking Battalion's disappearance stands as a tragic reminder of the horrors of war and the human cost of armed conflicts. The fate of Adolf Hitler is a mystery that has fascinated historians and conspiracy theorists for decades. Most sources state that Hitler took his own life in his bunker in Berlin on April 31, 1945, and his body was later carried outside, doused in petrol, and set on fire by his aides. However, many people have questioned the official version of events, and some believe that Hitler may have survived and escaped Germany. One popular theory suggests that Hitler fled to South America, where he lived out the rest of his life in hiding. There have been numerous reported sightings of Hitler in Argentina, Brazil, and other countries over the years, although none have ever been confirmed. Some have even suggested that Hitler may have lived in a secret underground bunker in the Andes Mountains. Another theory suggests that Hitler may have been taken into custody by the Soviet Union and held as a prisoner for many years. Some have claimed that he was eventually released and allowed to live out the rest of his life in secret. Despite the many theories surrounding Hitler's fate, most historians agree that he almost certainly died in his bunker in 1945. In recent years, however, some new information has come to light that has reignited interest in the mystery of Hitler's fate. In 2018, French researchers announced that they had tested a piece of skull that was long believed to belong to Hitler and found that it was, in fact, the skull of a woman. This has led some to speculate that Hitler may have escaped, leaving behind a body double to take his place in the bunker. Despite the ongoing fascination with the mystery of Hitler's fate, it is unlikely that the truth will ever be fully known. The passage of time and the destruction of many historical records during the war make it difficult to piece together a complete picture of what happened to Hitler after his death. However, the many conspiracy theories and speculative accounts that continue to circulate serve as a testament to the enduring power of Hitler's legacy and the enduring interest in the events of World War II. In December 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers disappeared without a trace during a training mission over the Bermuda Triangle. The wreckage and the remains of the crew have never been found. The disappearance of Flight 19 remains one of the most enduring mysteries in aviation history, with numerous theories and speculations surrounding the incident. The 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers were on a training exercise called Navigation Problem 1, which involved flying out over the Atlantic Ocean and conducting a bombing run, then flying back to base. The weather that day was fair but overcast, and the pilots had been advised of a cold front moving in. Radio transcripts revealed that after an hour and a half of flight, Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor, who was leading the flight, reported that his compass was malfunctioning and that he was lost. Other pilots in the formation also reported problems with their compasses, which they said were malfunctioning or giving erratic readings. It's worth noting that the TBM Avenger had a history of issues with its compass, and several other accidents had been attributed to this problem. As the situation worsened, Taylor became increasingly disoriented and unsure of his location. He eventually reported that the planes were running low on fuel and that they were all lost. The last known communication from Flight 19 was a transmission from Taylor stating, "All planes close up tight. We'll have to ditch unless landfall. When the first plane drops below 10 gallons, we all go down together." A massive search and rescue effort was launched immediately after Flight 19 was reported missing, involving hundreds of planes and ships, but no trace of the planes or their crews was ever found. In fact, during the search, one of the rescue planes also disappeared without a trace, further deepening the mystery. In the aftermath of the disappearance, numerous theories and speculations emerged. Some suggested that the pilots had become disoriented and had flown off course, while others posited that the planes had been attacked by enemy submarines or planes. Still, others suggested that the planes had been caught up in a freak weather pattern or that they had simply run out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. One particularly intriguing theory is the Bermuda Triangle theory, which suggests that the planes disappeared due to supernatural or extraterrestrial factors. However, there is no concrete evidence to support any of these theories, and the fate of Flight 19 remains an unsolved mystery to this day. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more interesting content like this. Also, don't forget to hit the like button because that really helps me as a content creator. Thank you for watching.